Hey guys, Inflatable Fan 103 back here with another inflatable review for you all. And today's review is going to be particularly special because this is going to be on the Gemmy 2019 5-foot nerd pumpkin with glasses from Lowe's. And now, I got this inflatable for my birthday this year, a couple of weeks ago. I got it from my mom, and she bought it for my birthday this year. Not only that, she brought this from someone very special I know, and the specific person who gave this to me, or from my mom, is the Inflatable Maniac. Yes, I got this as a gift from the Inflatable Maniac. So, shout out to you, Jason. I like watching your videos. Thank you so much for giving me this guy. I really appreciate it. Well, my mom got it for my birthday, but you said I could have it. So, shout out to you. I really appreciate you giving this to me. Thanks so much, Jason. And so, yeah, he said I could have this, which is super kind of him. Go subscribe to the Inflatable Maniac if you haven't already. He's a super cool guy, and he's very funny, too. You can really get a laugh out of that guy, but I am actually... I like this guy very much. He's very interesting. I'll show you guys what he looks like here, as always, I do with these reviews. And did you guys know about this specific inflatable that not a lot of people... I think I'm currently the only inflatable collector on YouTube who has this inflatable. Not to mention that this belonged to 3 owners, including me in the past. This exact one right here. So first, Gemmy in Transit. Go subscribe to Gemmy in Transit too. Shout out to you. He was the first owner of this inflatable. He was the one who bought this in Lowe's at 2019. At the time, and he bought it for himself, and he kept it for a couple years. And then around March or February of last year, he gave it to the Inflatable Maniac. Shout out to you again. Thank you so much for giving me this guy. And Gemmy in Transit said, here, I don't like this guy. You can have it. And so he gave it to the Inflatable Maniac, and he had it for over a year. And then 2 months ago, back in June, when he said he was doing a little purge on some of his inflatables that he decided he no longer wanted. If you guys saw that video, I'm pretty sure most of you did. He said he needed college money for by selling some of his inflatables, and so I was interested in this guy. So I took the heat, and I got him for my birthday, which is very good. It's a very delicate piece. Very glad I have it. So thank you again, Jason. But yeah, here he is. Here's the box. Very nice. Airblown inflatable. Here's pumpkin. It says pumpkin with glasses. I'm not sure what the actual name is. I like calling it nerd pumpkin with glasses. It just says nerd pumpkin right here, but it just says pumpkin with glasses right there. It's probably the name is probably pumpkin with glasses because it's on the original box, and this one not the sticky notes, so that makes sense. So, and this is not a part of the original box, but as you can see, it was originally sold for $40, which is not bad. Not to mention that it's a cheap fan, but here it is. Lights up for indoor and outdoor use. There's the front. There's the side. Here's the back with a comparison of the average human. It's actually a very decent size. It's very, very big. It's almost as big as the 6-foot-tall human and me. And down here it says Gemmy 2019 Industries Corp. And this was made in April of 2019. Yep. And there's the side with another little tag there. And here's the top. With the label, and it says it has a number at the bottom for some reason, number 12. Not sure why, but here's the actual inflatable itself. And yes, this guy is huge. Oh, just wait till you see. Yeah, and now he actually takes up a lot of space in this area. I actually inflated him when I got him for my birthday a couple weeks ago. I decided to blow him up in an area that was only like this big, and I thought he was gonna be small, but when he got fully inflated, he took up every single inch of the space, and that's crazy. He was like, okay, he's much larger than I expected. But yeah, here he is, very wide. This is as long as me, and yeah, without further ado, I guess we'll go ahead and inflate this guy. Oh, and here is the cheap fan as well. This is a cheap fan, which makes it gives it quite a while to inflate, unfortunately, but it is a medium cheap fan, so if it was a small cheap fan, thankfully it's a medium, but if it was a small, it would probably take more time than it already does to get up. So without without further ado, let's go ahead and inflate this guy and take a look at it. Oh. Okay, he's getting there. You can already see the face. That's pretty funny. Okay, he's getting there. You know what, guys? I'll actually be right back when it's fully inflated, because it takes too long already, and I don't want to waste time on the video making you guys watch this. So give me a minute. All right, guys, here he is, fully inflated, and can I say, wow, this guy is huge. I like him so much. He's so big. And yes, I was not lying, of course. He does take up almost this entire space, so there's that too. And it's a very, very decent design. Very neat. Thank you so much, the Inflatable Maniac. This whole video, shout out to you. You're the main VIP of this video, Jason. So shout out to you again. I like this guy a lot, and thanks for saying I could have it. Very, very decent piece. Very big. Let's go over through the detail. And it's actually a really good size for what it is. It's very, very decent. I love it. Here's the face. Sorry about the finger. But yeah, here's the face. He's got some cutesy eyes, which are okay, I suppose. And he's got his bluish glasses, which I love. I really like blue. One of my favorite colors. And he's got his little nose there. And he's got Frankenstein-esque teeth. That's a very nice touch. I like that a lot. I'm glad they did that. And his whole body is orange. And then up there, we have a brown or a black stem. It's probably brown, but that's where he gets, and that is where he gets to his total height of 5 feet. This thing goes up to, it literally goes up to the bottom of my chin. So yeah, definitely a big inflatable. And also, it did take a while to inflate, but when it's fully inflated, it's like a very round basketball that inflates very tight. So it inflates tight when it gets fully inflated. It's pretty interesting. And also when you push down on it, it bounces up and down. So this thing's basically like a big the world's largest basketball, I guess you could say. But he's very decent. It's got 2 tether loops on him, one right here, one right there, and he has 2 at the bottom, if I can find them. So yeah, there's one there, and then the other side I'm not going to bother to show you guys because it's literally the same, just on a different side. So there's a full view of him again. Get a look at it from the back if I can. But yeah, here's a quick look at it from the back. Very good. He has 3 LEDs in him. One right there. Focus dip. One right there. One right there. And there's the medium cheap fan. Very decent. And actually the zipper is further down from the cheap fan. It's literally all the way down there. It's almost like 2 feet away from where the cheap fan is, or maybe half a foot from where the cheap fan is. So this is the only inflatable I know that has that feature on it, where the zipper is so far away from the cheap fan. Its distance is very, very wide. There he is again. Very nice design, and unfortunately he does not light up very well. I forgot to mention that. I'll turn off the lights here real quick so you can see what he looks like in the dark. It's not very good. And in case yet you haven't noticed, yes, I do have light in the back of me because I don't want it to be completely dark. But yes, here he is in the dark, and as you can see, yes, he does not light up very well at all, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. I understand why. This guy is 6 years old, almost 5.5 years old, not exactly 6 yet. But actually, he is 6 because this was made in April of 2019. But anyway, he does not light up very well at all, and that's unfortunate. But you can still kind of see him in the dark. Even if I turned off all the lights, you'd still be able to see him. But you can kind of see his LEDs shining through. The top one shines especially. Medium one you can kind of see, but the bottom you can't. So, but that's okay. I didn't expect much for it to light up as well, because for a 5.5 or 6 year old inflatable, you probably wouldn't expect much but that. So yeah, and besides, Gemmy in Transit and the Inflatable Maniac have probably used this guy quite a few times. So, and that's probably how it got dim, especially from being in outdoor conditions. Not so because I am the third owner of this inflatable, so I'm not surprised, and there's no reason to complain about that. So that's why. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for the video. I don't really have anything else to say about it. Except, actually, I just remember right now, there is a little scratch right there on the eye. A little mark, a little green bluish mark right there. I did notice when the Inflatable Maniac did a review on this, so that's there, unfortunately, but it doesn't matter. You can't even see it from a distance. Well, you can kind of see it, but other than that, there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely good. But yeah, just the LEDs not lighting up very well, and that mark right there are the only two flaws on it. Other than that, works like a charm. Very neat design. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for this video, and I don't have anything else to say about it, except that I give a huge thanks to the Inflatable Maniac once again. Thank you, my friends. I really appreciate this, and I look forward to seeing more videos from you. And hopefully you do from me. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. That's all I have to say about this guy. Thank you all so much for watching. If you found this review enjoyable or likable, then I assume most of you did. I know one person that did. Shout out to you. But yeah, if you found this review enjoyable or likable, then please consider subscribing down below. I'm almost at 200 subscribers. I'm 10 subscribers away from 200, guys. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.